gonna be honest, I have no idea what I'm doing. I kind of like zip tied the belt in certain spots, and I've got a vice grip there, just trying to keep, another zip tie on that one. Trying to like keep all this shit good so I can slip the belt off these two gears. The belt's pretty fucking loose. Like, I'm gonna take this pulley off. Hopefully that'll give me enough slack to fuck with these, but not too much slack where this shit comes out of time. It's at top dead center. Again, this side is in time. This side is not, as you can see. Here is the crank pulley, or the crank sprocket guard. I took it off just to better visualize it. Here's one of the bolts. I don't know where the other ones are, but all right. It's cold and I'm wearing gloves, so I don't know how much of this I'm gonna record. Fingers crossed. Okay, so I got that pulley off. I've got the belt now. This is lined up. It's about perfect. I should really just take this off, but I'm not gonna do that. I got these marks lined up. I'm gonna try and wiggle this thing back on. It's about as good as a camera. Yeah, I almost dropped it in the coolant bucket. You wouldn't want that. I'm trying to figure out a way to, you know what? I'm just gonna do this. Okay, just you pull up on the belt, slide this on, tighten it. Hopefully nothing moves around on me. Everything is still in time. On this side, these are now properly aligned. That's, yep. And it's already moving on me a little bit here. Yep. All right, let me just do this. Okay, I'll be back when it's done. Okay. So I'm just pulling up on the belt. Where's the bolt hole for this thing now? Right there. Okay, so crank sprocket lined up. This side, all the timing marks lined up. This side lined up and lined up. I didn't torque that down. I'm getting a phone call from China. I'm not kidding. Let me answer this. It's really bizarre. Anyways, it's the Chinese manufacturers of all the eBay parts that I bought calling me. Everything's in time. I didn't torque down this tensioner. I just got it snug. For testing purposes, it should be fine. I guess I can go and try and start it. Or should I just compression test it? This is nerve-wracking. I mean, everything's lined up, but this shit's kind of scary. I'm gonna turn it over by hand a couple of times and make sure we're all good. That's what I'll do. I did 2 full rotations. Everything is still lined up. I'm gonna do it again though, just to be extra sure. I mean, feels like it's got compression. Let's do another run here. Let's get that lined up. That's pretty close. This side, not lined up. This side we're good. Good. Good, I think. I think it's good. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna try it. I'll know right away because I know how this thing ran before. Please, fucking God. All the zip ties are cut. No more vice grip holding on the belt to the cam gear. Okay. Fuel on. Oh my God. Yes. Yes. All right. I'm gonna shut it off. I don't want the belt to jump again. It was pretty loose, but this sounds promising. Before it was missing real bad. Battery lights on. Oh, the alternator is disconnected. Are we back? Alright. I just need to relax for a sec here. I'm gonna shut it off. Let me crank it without fueling it, just to listen to the cranking. It's gonna start again because there's still fuel in the fuel lines. Dude, it runs good, real good. You hear that? Sounds great. Good oil pressure. I think we're back in business, boys and girls. I need a new timing belt though. I'm not gonna run this. Let me double check, make sure we're still lined up here. Oh, look at that. It's stopped right at top dead center. Or pretty damn close. I don't want it to do much. Actually, it's like literally perfect. Hold on. Let me just go back a little. Okay. Yep. Yeah, I think that's pretty typical. Oh, it's off a little bit actually. Yeah, I'll be really careful with this stuff because you make a mistake and you blow an engine. Yeah, that's good. 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 Holy shit balls. I'm gonna compression test one of the cylinders. I did it, I think. I'm gonna compression test the cylinder and make sure. But it hasn't ran this good in a long time. Still gonna replace the belt and the tensioner and everything. Because there's a reason it jumped before. I mean, I don't know. I'm no expert, but that seems pretty fucking loose. Wonder if it got stretched. Gates, timing belt, 178,000 miles. It's currently at 22,000. I just did the oil, or 222,000. I just did the oil not too long ago. That's not miles on the motor, that's miles on the chassis. But yeah, so less than 50K. I feel like it should last longer than that. I mean, I guess it's been 9 years. So, I mean, it's due for one for sure. It's probably a good idea I'm doing this. All right, I'm gonna take a piss and I'm gonna drink a beer. For context, I'm gonna insert clip here of how it was running. This was a couple of days ago. Just a video I have on Snapchat. Running pretty poor. I'm not out of the water yet. I do want to just verify that the compression is good, but based off of the way it's cranking, the way it just idled there, shit, I don't know. Seems good to me. I'm gonna have to jack up on the engine again. I'm gonna clean up a bit. I just kind of got shit laying everywhere. Make sure I don't lose any of these bolts for the timing covers, and don't want to lose that. That's important. Get my gloves back on because I guess you can't see my breath. It's cold, just believe me. I guess take this as a lesson before you like totally tear everything apart. Just double check everything. Timing usually isn't that difficult to check. You know, it's a little involved. Like, I didn't have to pull the radiator to verify that it was good. I guess it would have just makes my life a little easier. But I'm guessing I'd throw a new timing kit on this thing and it should be good to go. Like I said, I'm not out of the water yet. I'm gonna do the timing or the compression test again. I'm gonna leave all the parts on the intercooler. Subaru's got a little Subaru's got a little tool storage / bolt holder. Just throw them on the intercooler. I don't know. Sounds pretty fucking good to me. I need a new filter for sure. Need to change the oil, get new tires. But let's just worry about getting the engine back in solid. Yeah, I don't know. People complain about doing the spark plugs, and it sounds daunting. Like, oh, just jack up the motor a little bit, take out the motor mounts. We're like, oh, it takes maybe 20 seconds. It's 2 bolts, 2 14mm nuts on the cross member, and then just be careful when you're jacking up on the engine. You don't want to fuck up the pan or anything like that. I'm using a piece of wood right now. A little bit of protection. You can see it. That helps quite a bit, even if it's just like ½ an inch. Now I have way easier access to these coil packs. When you take the coil pack out, it does shoot sparks. I don't have any like flammables laying around, preferably. Usually on like a typical 4-cylinder car, it's a lot easier to access the spark plugs. So like on my Miata, I could probably check the compression in all the cylinders in like 15 minutes. Car like this, it's a little bit more involved, but yeah, that's just how it is. We're looking for around 150-ish, 140, 150. I'd say anywhere above like 125, 120 would be acceptable. If I can come out of this without any bent valves, that would be pretty fucking sweet. I made a mistake and the fuel's on, so it might start with the tester in it. I don't know if that's gonna harm anything. Fuck it, whatever. Okay, it didn't start. Okay. It's amazing how loud the like timing system is. It's way louder without those covers on. Let's see the number. Like for part 3. Just kidding. 145. Yeah, I'd say it's closer to 150. Oh, that is quite the relief. Still gotta do one more cylinder, but I'm feeling pretty fucking good about it. It sounds really healthy when it's being cranked, so. Part of the tester is stuck. Wait, the tip of the tester is stuck in the engine. It was going too well. Oh, fuck. Great. Hold on here. Oh, yeah. And it's really easy to access because, you know, Subaru. Can't have too many things go good, huh? No. That's not fun. Yeah. That's gotta come out. I mean, luckily it's like really easy to get to, right? No. Fucking God, dude. I'll be back. Maybe I can get a needle nose in there, and I mean, it's not that tight and it's brand new. It's not like it's like the threads are all rusty or something. And of course, I don't have any tools with me. I guess I'm gonna try and like jam an extension in there and maybe it'll grab it. I mean, it's not tight at all. I don't know if this is doing anything. It's also like pretty brittle metal. So I'm gonna try and thread it back on. Maybe it'll just come out. I don't know. I'll be back. Believe it or not, a control arm bolt for the front suspension of a Miata seems to have the same thread pitch and size as this compression tester. Wild. All right, so I'm gonna try and thread this in. If I can reach. No, it's so close. And maybe get this on. Really? Now that's stuck. Try these pliers here. It's really like impossible to record this because I can't even see what's going on. This is really busting my balls. Turns out I had a spark plug laying around that is the same thread pitch as that adapter. So I tried taking it out with that, nothing. So I put some glue on the threads and I'm gonna let it sit for a bit. And it's never easy, is it? Today it was going, I mean, I'm happy. I don't have to replace, well, I might have to pull the head to get this fucking thing out because, you know, Subaru. No, I'm still happy about all this. I'll get this all figured out. It's just kind of a bump in the road. I'm not gonna mess with this compression tester because that adapter is now probably junk. And I don't want it to get stuck in the back one because that would be even harder to get out. So I'm gonna let that glue set for a little while. Come back out and give it a shot. But yeah, it's back. I think I'm pretty happy with it. I'm gonna order a new timing kit right now. I'll throw that in. Hopefully by next weekend. It'll get here. I mean, throwing the belt, everything on should only take maybe an hour doing it by yourself. I'm not like the greatest mechanic in the world, but I can figure it out. I don't have any of the tools for the installation. I know there's like tools that will hold the cam gears in place and make it a little easier. I don't know. I'll be fine without them, I think. If I can, I'll make it fucking work. But thanks for watching. In the next part, we'll just be throwing the new belt on. I'll have an update about the spark plug, compression tester, super glue madness I've got going on over there. It's not tight. I mean, how it's as tight as I can get it twisting that little air hose, so there can't be much torque on it. I'm hoping that glue will be enough to grab it and yank it out. But until next time, if you like the video, drop a like. If you got something to say, let me know down in the comments.